You boy, I got a question for you.
Oh, what's that?
What is the meaning of happiness?
Well, if you grab a chair and sit down, I could tell you the story of how the universe began with a smile.
Aw.
It all started with ice cream, vanilla to be exact. And from there, every other flavor was created because vanilla was a blank slate. And so the universe combined strawberry, caramel, chocolate, and made all the ice creams of the rainbow. And that's how happiness became what it is today.
I actually had ice cream today.
I did too. And so that's
Oh,
why, yeah, I guess we're both just happy.
I mean, isn't happiness just the little things in life?
Yes, ma'am, it can and also can't be. Because, you gotta look at the bigger picture.
Well, let me define happiness for you.
Okay.
Happiness is the state of being happy.
Whoa, you blew my mind.
But being happy is a feeling or showing pleasure or contentment.
Contentment. Well, my definition of happiness is compressed.
That
Do you
doesn't
know why?
sound nice.
Well, because when someone's sad, they're depressed. So when they're happy, they're compressed.
Oh. You're such a you tell dad jokes. That's what you do.
Yes, yes. I am a father of five.
Oh, are you ever gonna talk about your kids?
Yes, I have them right here. All on my fingers. There's five of them.
But would you say happiness isn't a trait? It's a state.
Well, I've heard of Alabama, but not happy.
I mean, it's not something that's supposed to be forever. It's just a moment in time.
I suppose so, because it is tiring to be happy all the time.
But the times that you aren't happy, what are you? Just
Hmm.
in
Well,
the middle?
when you're asleep, are you feeling anything when you're asleep?
In my dreams?
Yeah, but like you don't wake up feeling happy or sad, do you?
It depends what I dreamed about.
I suppose, yeah.
Or you
Because
just
that
wake up feeling tired.
usually I wake up feeling good, not any emotions. Like I have a feeling of just, just man, I feel good. Um, and I think from there, because have you heard the expression, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed?
Oh, yes.
I believe your whole day determines as soon as you wake up. And you just kind of know it's going to be a bad day, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
And of course, you could be happy and something happens and sours the mood. It's as soon as you wake up, if you're happy or not.
I mean, I guess.
So we should take this conversation because happiness is a broad brush to work with. Should we start at like what makes us happy?
Yeah, you can go first.
Well, what makes me happy is music, because music, it's transferable. You listen to Korean music, even though you don't understand it, you still like it. It makes you happy. And
Yeah.
of course, everyone likes music. Doesn't matter who you are. And even if it's like death metal, it's still music, you like it. Or if it's like Wheels on the Bus, everyone likes it.
I want to meet someone who actually doesn't like music.
Yes, that would be an interesting person. Um, but music, that's something everyone could be happy or even make them feel happy. Because if you're sad, usually you put up a song, right? To make yourself, like the Beatles said, put a sad song to make it better. Something more tangible would be like maybe a sunny day, like just a good day where the weather's perfect. Now that can make anyone happy, I believe.
I don't know if that makes me happy.
Some people like a rainy day.
I don't know if it's happiness or just being like content.
Well, content apparently is something that means happy, or it's transferable and equal to happiness.
Or maybe there's other times where you think you're happy, but I mean, you are happy, but you don't realize it in the moment until after.
Well, they say time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, that's why it always flies by when we're recording these.
Yes. Um, but what makes you happy?
Well, we already talked about music, movies,
Movies,
books, any form of media, but also family.
family.
Though family can get on your nerves at times, but you know,
What do I know?
I mean, we're family.
If you say so, but you don't make me happy. Maybe if you throw me a few $100s over here, and then yeah, I'll be happy.
Well, that's gonna have to wait.
That's another thing. Like happiness is what's the word? Suggestive? Subjective. Happiness is subjective.
Subjective.
Yes. Um, lots of like greed. That's not a very good thing, but it brings happiness to people. Like having money, possessions. That's a form of happiness.
I'm sure
Um,
Mr. Krabs was happy.
absolutely. Um, and Squidward, he was happy even though his music was not so good.
I mean, Squidward was kind of depressed at work, though.
At work, but at home, when he was able to express himself through art,
Oh,
he was very happy.
SpongeBob was a great lesson.
Yes. And SpongeBob, you know, actually, I think every character can represent a different form of happiness. Like Patrick, he was happy with food, being lazy,
That's
you know,
me.
just chilling, he was happy. Ignorance is bliss. SpongeBob, he was happy all the time, extremely so, and he made other people happy. Plankton was happy being evil by doing bad things, making schemes. He was happy doing that. What else? Who's there? Mrs. Puff, she was happy teaching at her boarding school.
What about the squirrel?
Squirrel,
Sandy Cheeks.
Cheeks, Sandy Cheeks. What was I guess science,
Or didn't
learning.
she also do karate?
She did do karate. Yeah, she was happy doing karate. Applying herself to a hobby, I guess. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, you can tell we're millennials, but because we're talking about
We're
SpongeBob,
not millennials. We are Gen Z.
Gen Z, millennials, whatever you want to call us.
Millennials are like 30-year-olds.
Well, thanks for throwing it out there. We're 30, okay, guys? It's been
Now,
revealed.
now you know our true selves.
Yes, we're both. Well, I'm 36, she's 35, and of course, that's why I have 5 kids already. I mean, like, it makes sense.
Do you think I'm a year younger than you?
No, I know you're not, but they don't. They don't know.
Um, the truth is, I'm 5 years older than you, boy.
Yes, she's like 40, 41.
Um, anyway, I guess we got some happiness talking about SpongeBob.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, happiness um is definitely a great thing for all. And maybe we can talk about how people can become happy if they're struggling with depression or just not having accomplishing accomplishments in their life, you know?
I mean, would you say you're happy right now?
I am. I am very happy.
You're happy with your life?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not happy.
Well, can you explain?
It's not like I'm sad because I've definitely experienced extreme moments of sadness, and it's not like that right now, but it's also, I'm just kind of like, eh.
It's understandable. I mean, there's nothing to be happy about and there's nothing to be sad about. You're just you, you know?
Yeah, I'm just Patrick, chilling under my rock, doing
Hmm.
nothing.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
maybe people can be content with that, but I know other people, they long for something bigger.
Um, that is definitely a thing that people they feel like they need something to be happy. And when you say bigger, that makes me think of going to a championship game and winning the gold, because that would make me happy, definitely. Um, but I actually never experienced winning the gold. I'm a bronze winner in many things, and I'm content with that. Of course, at the time, I was disappointed, but looking back at it, I'm happy.
That's another thing too. We kind of like downplay our achievements, but looking back, it's like, oh, what I did was actually a really cool thing. Not everyone gets to do that, and you should congratulate yourself.
Absolutely. Everyone, anyone and everyone is their own worst critic. Um, even if you're like a stunt devil and you do a jump off a 20-foot ramp and you stick the landing, but you might have like skirted and bumped a little on your
You
landing.
stumbled a little.
Yeah, you stumbled a little and you think, that sucked, but it's really impressive. I wouldn't be able to do that. And of course, that's the extreme thing. Something more simple is maybe getting a B plus or A minus on your test. That's pretty good. Like say it's in math. I'm terrible at math. I could never get a B or A. C's get degrees, as a friend told me once. But that's very good, even though it may not be good for you. Comparing yourself to others, yes, it is. But you shouldn't compare yourself. It's a tricky subject to go around.
Yes, because it's easier said than done. And I guess also pressure from parents when it comes to grades, especially like I would get so mad whenever I would see other kids complain about a 96. I was like, I would kill for a 96 because I'm over here getting 20s, but we have different standards for ourselves and standards from other people.
Absolutely. Every parent wants the best for their child, and they expect the best. And some families are not like that. Some parents don't care. My parents are different like that. So I didn't like owe it to myself, I feel, to get a good grade. I just pass and that's good enough. And I was happy doing that, just passing. And that's fine for me. That worked. But definitely some nerds out there, they all they want hundreds. And don't worry, being a nerd's a good thing. I've learned that over time. Of course, when I was younger, I was like, man, nerds are stupid. And how ironic is that? Um, but yeah, I mean, like, I feel like we're saying happy too much. We gotta say some other words like jovial or what's another word?
Um, I don't know.
What is another word? I'm trying to think. Happy,
Joyous?
joyous. Yeah, that's another one. Joyful. Yeah,
It's Christmas, I guess.
it's Christmas. Wow, imagine we do make a Christmas episode. How do you think that would turn out?
Um, oh, well, it's only July. We'll get there,
Christmas in
hopefully.
July.
Ooh. Also cheerful,
Cheerful. Miss
merry.
Google. Miss Google.
Mary, how could we forget Mary?
Yes, we just talked about Christmas.
Content, fortunate, lucky.
Lucky, yeah, I suppose. I knew a guy named Lucky.
Well, that's interesting.
But how to combat sadness with happiness?
I feel like maybe don't put pressure on yourself to be happy.
And how would I do that?
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. I mean, some people just are stubborn.
Oh, and I'm definitely one of those people, but I think in the past, I whenever I was experiencing happiness, I would immediately get scared and be like, okay, so when is this happiness gonna end? When is this gonna go away? And it's like you need to somehow, eventually I got over it. I don't know how, but not let those thoughts take over you and just let yourself be happy in the moment. Because yes, it's obvious this feeling isn't going to last forever, but instead of questioning it, like you're just making yourself sad in the moment by asking those questions.
That's definitely true. You gotta live in the moment. And I think it's interesting that you consciously thought at the time you were happy, when would it end? I mean, that's pretty damn deep, my dude. Like you had the sense to realize that you were happy. So I don't know if that means that how sad your life is. Um, but that's
Well, this when I was a little depressed, little emo in school.
hmm
So when I did experience like those small moments of happiness, I was scared of losing them because of how sad I was about everything else in my life. Um, but eventually I moved past that. It was just like an episode in my life. Um, and I think through that I guess I just learned how to be accepting about things in general.
you gotta ride the wave. You gotta just keep going.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe someone does need to go through that to learn it.
hmm I mean, often sadness brings beauty into the world. There's, of course, thousands of songs are made out of sadness. Plenty of art is made from sadness. Um, th-
After the rain, there's a rainbow.
that sounds dumb.
I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Everybody hates me.